imported the sample superstore Excel file. So what I'm going to do is I'm just dragging this orders table in the canvas. So in order to create join, what you have to do is, so you have to just double click this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to join this returns table. So I can either drag and drop the returns table or I can double click the returns table. Okay, so by default, a inner join is formed. Okay, so if you want to change this inner join, you can just click this. So if you want, you can create a left join, or you can create a right join, or you can create a outer join. Okay, so here it is given. So by default, inner join is formed, and Tableau is just saying the order ID. The common field in both the tables are order ID. So if you see the data, your orders table is having a field named order ID. Same way, your returns table is having a field named order ID. So this order ID is your common field present in both the tables. Okay, so by means of this order ID, these two tables can be joined together. Okay, so I will be showing you how to do this analysis for both. First, let's assume. Let me show you using left join. Okay. So what will be the difference between left join and inner join? So we are just going to discuss about two scenarios. First, we are considering left join. So you know that left join means, so it considers all the records from the left table and common records from the right table. Okay. So here your orders table will be considered as left table and returns table will be considered as right table. Okay. So what it does left join, so it will include all the order ID from the orders table. Okay, so here you are having some more number of rows. So it will consider all the order ID from the orders table and it will consider only the common order IDs from the returns table. Okay, so your returns table is having only two fields, return and order ID. Okay, so your orders ID is having more number of fields, order ID, order date, ship date. So various things are there. Okay, so since you are performing an inner join, sorry, left join, so when you perform the left joins in the return field, you may be getting null values. So few order IDs may be returned and few order IDs may not be returned. Okay, so if you check the joint data, so this is the joint data. So here you can see, so return, this return field, so it will be having null values. So since we are performing this left join, you will be getting some null values. So left join considers all the records from the left table and common records from the right table. So since it is only taking the common records from the right table, so you will be getting some null values. Okay. So this happens when you perform right, sorry, left join. Okay. So few records will be having the return field as yes. So few other records will be having the return field as null. Okay. So you can use this left join in the case. So in some cases, you may be asked to analyze. You have to find count of orders returned in each category. So you have to find how many number of orders are returned in each category and number of orders not returned in each category. So if you want to find, if you are given such scenario, you have to go for this left join. Okay. For each category, you have to find number of orders returned and you have to find number of orders not returned. Or in some scenarios, they may be asking you to find the percentage of orders returned. So if you want to find the percentage, you should need this data, the products returned as well as products not returned. So in such cases, you have to go for this left join. Okay, but for this scenario, here you have to just find the count of orders returned in each category. You have to just find the orders returned. Okay, in this case, you can just use inner join. So if I give this inner join, what happens? So it will just consider the common fields from both the categories. So now if I check this return field, So my return field will be having only the values as yes. Null values will not be present since it is considering only the common fields from both the tables. So is that clear? Did you get the difference between both the joins?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So according to your problem statement, you have to choose your join. Okay. So for our problem statement, we can either use left join or we can use inner join. Okay. So here we have to find only the count of orders returned. Okay. In some scenario, they may ask you to find the percentage of orders returned, or you find 50% of order returns, or they will ask you to find the count of order returned and not returned in few categories. So in such scenarios, you have to go for left join. Okay, so we will be discussing both here. So first, let me consider the left join. So let's go to the worksheet. The first question is you have to find the count of orders returned in each category. So I'm renaming this as count of orders in category. Okay. So now if you check your data source, so data dimensions and measures in the data, you can see. So you can see orders, subheading as orders, and the fields in the orders are displayed here. Dimensions in the orders are displayed here. Again, you can see uh, your table name returns and the fields in the returns table. Okay. Again, the measures in the both the tables are displayed here. Okay. Your order returns table has no measures, only your order tables has measure values. So those things are displayed here. Okay, you have this option if you want to. Okay, so now if you check this return, check the values present in return. Okay, so it shows our return is having two values, so null as well as yes. So since we have used left join, your return will be having return field will be having two values, null and yes. Suppose if you are using inner join, your returned field will have only one value as yes. Okay, so you can use several methods for finding this count of orders in category. Okay, so what you have to do is, so first you have to drag and drop the category field in the column, and for finding the count of orders in category, count of orders returned. Okay, so count of orders returned in each category. So what I can do is, so I can just drag and drop this order ID of returns. So this order ID, what I have to do is, I have to just click this drop down and I have to change this to measure count. Okay, so in order to find the number of orders returned, so what you can do is just we can place the count of orders. So if you just check your data source, what you can say, so this represents your order ID. So order ID, this order ID is returned. So second column gives another order ID which is returned. So each column is giving different order ID which is returned. So if you want to find how many number of category is returned means, so now you are having, this is your table. Okay, so you have the returned information, and if you want to find how many number of products are returned for each category, what you have to do is you can just use this order ID, count of order ID as the field. So this count of order ID will be giving the details regarding the number of orders returned. Okay, so initially when you drag and drop this order ID, so the order IDs will be displayed. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to change this. It will be displayed as a dimension. So you have to change this as measure and you have to select this count. Okay, so if you want to view the count of order IDs, you can just place this order ID of returns in the label, and again you have to click this drop down and you have to choose this count. So it gives the different counts. So in furniture, 171 orders are returned. In office supplies, 473 orders are returned. In technology, 150 or 156 orders are returned. So what you can do is you can just drop this category in columns and you can choose this order ID of orders table. Again, you have to select this count. Okay. So now what you have to do is you have to just apply a filter. So your count of order ID means you will be having all the order IDs. So this order IDs will be including the information regarding returned or not returned. Okay. Null values in place not returned. Yes in place returned. Information regarding returned will be there. Okay. So your order ID in the orders table will be having the information regarding returned and not returned values. Okay. So if you want to just find the count of order IDs which are returned, what you have to do is you have to just apply the filter. You can place this returned in the filters and you have to choose this yes. Okay. If you check, you are having the values as 171, 473, 156. Or what you can do is you can just place this order ID in label, and again you have to choose the measure as count. Okay, so it gives 171, 473 and 1. So you can just use inner join. So if you are using inner join, your data will be changed a little bit. So if you just check this return, you will have only the information regarding the orders returned. Okay, so you will not see two options. You will see only one option as yes. So since we have done inner join, we can see only one field in the return. Okay, so in this case, you can just drag this category and you can just drag this order return. Okay, so even this will give the count of returned. Again, if you want, you can just drag this category and you can use this order ID. You can use this count. So now it just you have there is no need to apply filter. Okay, so since we have used inner join, so common fields will be used in the join table. So even you can use any of this count of order ID or count of order ID of returns. So both the order ID count will be giving the same information. Okay. So you can either use inner join or you can use left join. So if you are using left join, so if you place the count of order ID of your orders table, you have to apply a filter.